Good evening, everybody. John with ActionFlix.com coming at you with a bonus Action Fix podcast tonight. We did our weekly intel yesterday. If you watched it, we were talking about all things action and did some mailbag questions. Today was a big day in terms of comic book fandom. The second trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine was launched today, came out this morning. I did my article this morning before I had to go to physical therapy. So I was super excited. I got it out of the way and published and ready to go. So I'm all decked. I got Deadpool and Wolverine all over the place. I got comics. I got my shirt. So I'm all decked out. My co-host has a shirt. We're all good. I actually, because usually when I do shows, I don't have a shirt that represents what I'm doing, but I do today, and I'm so excited. And it's an awesome one too. Like there's blood and everything on it. So we're doing Deadpool and Wolverine trailer reaction, trailer number 2, unless Disney kicks us off the net, which they might. Who knows? Whatever. So you might not see us watching the trailer, but we'll be there afterwards talking about it. So let me bring my co-host in, Shane, the action nerd. Loggains. Shane, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm quite happy for this trailer.
Oh, super excited! And I
Oh
was
yeah.
telling yesterday, if you guys were watching, we were talking. We mentioned that the trailer was coming out today, and I was like, "Don't show anything." And Kevin Feige doesn't let me down. He shows you just enough. And this trailer, like the last trailer, everybody was bitching because there's no Logan in it. Well, this one had Logan all over the fucking place.
Oh
So
yeah.
everybody should be happy now. And it's just funny. I just laugh. Just like the first trailer, I was laughing. And it's a good
Oh
time.
yeah.
And I can't wait to see 2+ hours of these two just going back and forth and stabbing each other in the groin and shooting bullets into the side of his body and whiskey claws. It's like, oh my god.
Or talking about wanting to build a snowman.
Do you want to build a snowman? Yes, but I can't. Oh my
Yep.
god, it's so awesome. Again, that's why I like Marvel. And I was saying how I like Marvel Studios. Like Kevin Feige's not stupid. He's like, I'm not going to show you the movie. I'm going to just show you enough just to get you all excited. I mean, we all know Deadpool and Wolverine are in the freaking movie, so it's like it's not a surprise. And who knows? It's like the stuff that they're showing in the trailer. Who knows how much of it is actually in the movie? I mean,
Yeah, because
I'm
there's
hoping a
such
lot of it is because I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. And Shane, any thoughts before we roll this bitch?
I'm excited. This will be the third time I've seen the trailer today. I was happy and excited. I was at work, saw it pop up, took like a 3-minute break basically just to watch it, and then when I got home, I watched it on a nice big 65-inch TV.
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
After, my after work routine, I'm like, where's my Deadpool shirt? And so, Deadpool, maximum effort. I think we need to get a new one with what was it? LF G?
LFG, let's fucking go. Yeah, that's why I put my
Let's
in
fucking
my article
go.
title. I was like, let's fucking
Yep.
go. I'm like,
Yep.
where's July? It's only April. What we got like 3 months basically, like over like this is about just a little over 3 months because it's July 26th and today's what the 22nd.
Yep.
So yeah, we still got time. So we're live. Before I get started, I always forget to do this part, but here we go. Yeah, and then here we go. Yeah, and then do a little dance, little
Yep. Yep.
splits,
Yep.
little dancing to get us all excited. And there's going to be none of this today because we're super excited. We're just Shane and I. We were talking about before we went on the air. Like I said, he worked today, and I had physical therapy. I'm still not working. My apologies. Because of my shoulder. I'm trying to rectify that.
Oh,
But we are talking about like everybody that like puts trailer reactions out like 10 minutes after the trailer hits. It's like
well,
congratulations. It's like it's
oh
nice
yeah.
that you have no lives, and it's
Well,
like
one thing I gotta say right now is that Wolverine you have in the background behind the Deadpool bust, that looks fucking awesome, man.
oh
Loving
yes, this. Oh, I just lost one. Hang on,
it.
I lost him. He fell over. It's the chair. But yeah, this is an anime Wolverine. I got
That
from
looks
I
awesome.
got from Wish. I got it from Wish. So
Really?
it came from Japan. Yes, I even have the box because the box is up there. I'll bring it down a little bit
Oh, nice.
later and show it to. Yeah, so yeah, he's falling. My chair is hitting my Deadpool. Hang on, let me adjust myself with my bad arm. There we go. Here we go.
I got a funny story with a Deadpool. It's like um
What's
I
up?
have a dead I had a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure on a shelf, and right next to it was Major Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell from Ghost in the Shell Arise, the latest one or
Oh,
the
yeah.
previous one that they did. And
Yeah.
one of my kids decided to get a hold of the figures and play with it, and Deadpool and the Major were like this. I'm like, yeah, I can see Deadpool
Wow.
trying to do. Yeah, little like 3-year-old at the time, just seeing daddy's toys, wanting to play with them, and that's how it ended up. And I was like, oh God. And I told my ex-wife that, or well, it was my ex-wife who found it, and she's like, wow, that sounds exactly like something Deadpool would do.
Exactly. It's like take advantage of another IP. Oh, good
Yep.
lord. All right, so let's crank this puppy up. Let's do it this way, I guess. I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, because like if we do the small screen, I only show up. So I want both of us to be there. Not that I mean, we're gonna watch the trailer. So I mean, if you want to comment, that's fine too, because we see it a bunch
Oh
of
yeah.
times. But here we go. Yes, it's the Red Band trailer, so that way we know it's our Hi Peanut.
Yep.
Like, look, lady.
Mm-hmm. Come on, big guy. Yep. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. Yep.
I got a funny story about this, like a prayer in a minute. And this is the perfect song.
Yep. Yeah, like a good portion of the preview, it doesn't seem like Deadpool and Wolverine. It's Deadpool versus Wolverine,
Yeah.
basically.
Should we wait for the third act flashback? Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
I like this shot where they come out in slow
Oh
motion.
yeah,
That's
this
got to be
shot's
the movie.
awesome.
That's not in the movie. I'm gonna raise hell. This needs it.
Yeah, this is more like like the comics and animated series Wolverine, just
Yeah,
showing off his arms because like I literally have a figure from X-Men 97 right here where his arms are just shown.
yeah.
And I like that. I'm soaking wet right
Right
now.
now.
Throw in the MCU by throwing in Giant Ant-Man or Giant Man,
And,
as they would
and
say.
Furiosa.
Yeah. Let's fucking go.
Here comes the best part of the trailer. We need to be quiet. Uh,
Woman, yes, but I can't.
oh my god. Oh, so good. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get back to where I was. Uh, I'll show some pictures in a minute. But oh my god, what a good time! Oh my god, whiskey dick of the claws. Uh okay. So well, there's not much to say. I mean, we're just laughing and enjoying.
Yeah.
They did Ant-Man wrong. Like, oh my god, like Hugh Jackman, giant Ant-Man is
Well,
like I was saying, you didn't you were asking who the villain was. Yeah, so it's Charles Xavier's twin sister, Nova, Cassandra Nova, and she's pissed off for some reason. I mean, she's evil to begin with, but
oh
she's
yeah.
using Ant Man's giant body Is it Hank Pym or Scott Lang? We don't know. I mean, which version of Batman is it? But that's how you know this is R-rated stuff. Like they're using his body for their fortress. And it looks like
Yep.
a lot of action takes place inside of his corpse, if I guess if you can call it that. But I was saying before, like not too much. They showed funny shit, and they showed them together beating the shit out of each other, and a little bit of the villain. Like I've said, it looks like a Mad Max movie at some point. It's like
Yep.
okay. So yeah, there you go. I mean, how many more trailers are they going to have after this? I don't know. Maybe one more. Hopefully
Uh,
not. But
I don't think we need any more, in my
no, we
opinion,
don't.
because this was perfect.
No, like we had the first one where it was like, okay, no Hugh Jackman. We're gonna tease Hugh Jackman at the very, very end,
Hmm.
and now we got Hugh Jackman, and so it's like, okay, we don't need spoilers. We don't need, obviously, like I said, Kevin Feige's pretty good about doing stuff like that. So
Well, if you want to get technical, you could say it's the fourth trailer that just got released, because the first one was Ryan Reynolds going, "Yeah, when I was asked to come back as Deadpool, I only had one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to
yeah,
come back as Wolverine?" And you see Hugh Jackman walking by. Sure, Ryan, whatever, and he
yeah,
knew something.
that's
And
true.
then the
Yeah, well,
second
yeah,
one
those are
is,
when they were teasing the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, and I was like, Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine, and it's going to be in Deadpool movie. Hell yeah, sign me up. It was basically Fry from Futurama go, "Take my money. Take my money."
Oh, and like I just said, like I got the Regal thing, and like I'm gonna go see it as many times
Oh,
as I can. It's like, like how many times have you seen it so far, John? 10. I know, maybe
yeah,
this
10.
week. 10 this
I
week.
can believe it.
And why not? I mean, So if anybody's out there, I see some of you guys are out there watching. If anybody wants to comment, throw some lines, ask some questions, give us your thoughts. Go right ahead. If not, we'll just keep talking. We don't care because it's my show. I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. So I don't care. So what else you want to say about it? I love it.
Y-
Like I said,
oh
I'm
yeah,
digging them fighting. I'm like he stabs him in the nuts with his claws, and then he's on top of him and he's shooting him in the sides with his guns. And it's like, and
yep,
then I love the part where he goes into the car and you see Deadpool fly up from the car. And
yeah,
it's like,
stabbing each other there.
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, that they got the dynamic of Wolverine and Deadpool together. It's
yeah.
like gasoline and fire.
So I'm just gonna pop up some of these images that I took off the net. I put them in my article. Like
That
I love
looks
that
cool.
one. That's a cool. Yeah, that's a cool one. You get the look at his face is priceless. And it's like
Like,
that's the
what the
biggest tongue
fuck?
I've ever seen on a dog. It's like I love this part because this is how you know, like, they're gonna go into the multiverse, so that's how you're gonna get all these
Hmm.
cameos, because for whatever reason they're escaping, they're getting away from somebody, and that's when all hell's gonna unleash because they're just. I have this picture of the good chunk of this movie, them just going through different multiverses and just like running into different types of people and stuff like that. I mean, did you even hear that they're saying that Henry Cavill is in it as another version of Wolverine? Who the fuck knows? But let's.
Maybe we could actually get the rumored Daniel Radcliffe Wolverine, as people were saying for years, get him
Ooh, that'd be
as
scary.
Wolverine.
Daniel Radcliffe? Oh, just for
Yep.
fun.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
just
see
as a
maybe.
joke.
Yeah, just as a joke. Can put like the largest mutton chops on him that you can find. It's just be like I want like I want like Spider Ham. Peter Porker.
Oh,
I want like a Wolverine or a Deadpool like pig. It's like let's let's get serious now. It's like come on. It's like let's go all out. It's like because they're
well,
going to. So God knows what they're gonna.
I like that they're tying in stuff from the Marvel shows, because it's uh the Time Enforcement Agency from the Loki series. They're throwing that in. Those are the guys that you could see Deadpool just butchering the shit out of. Uh,
Well, they're saying Cassandra Nova, she's in control
uh,
of something or other. Like I said, like I was just reading around the net. Let me see, like if hang on, let me just see. No, I don't see it. Did I put it in there? Oh, maybe not. I thought I put it in there. I was wrong. Okay, no worries. But yeah, but she's yeah, but like she's definitely, in whatever universe they're in that point. And like what Wolverine is like which Wolverine is like he's wearing the comic book accurate uniform. So we all
Yep.
know that the Wolverine that we've been watching for years has never put on that yellow uniform. So it's like why is he
No,
putting
he
it on?
hasn't. And they keep mentioning, well, this one, fucked up and lost his Earth.
Yeah, that's why he's
So
drinking heavily. So it's like
yeah, so it's like reminiscent of the Logan Wolverine in a little bit, but
well,
not as
obviously
grizzled.
it's not that one because he's dead. Dead
Yep.
Logan's dead. So this is obviously another variant of Logan that we're seeing. You know, and I don't want to see um Weapon 23 or
X-23.
X-23. Sorry, yeah, So yeah, because I heard that she's in it too. And she's grown up from. I think they're saying they got the same actress, and again, I didn't do my research before the show came on. My apologies. So whatever her name is, but they're saying that she's in it too. Obviously older because she grew up since Logan came out. Um, but she looks good.
Well,
I saw
I
a
think
picture of her. I was like, oh, okay, let's put her in a, a nice like outfit and like have her go run around with her claws sticking out.
well, I'm trying to avoid any research into this because I don't want to be spoiled
Well,
at
it's not
all.
that I've been. This is all rumors and
Oh yeah,
hearsay. This is just people
yeah,
talking because
true.
they have nothing better to do and they can't
Let's
wait till
see.
July. So, like everybody, like Henry Cavill's in it. Then they're saying Ben Affleck's Daredevil's in it, and well, it was confirmed that Jennifer
That
Garner has a role in it as her Elektra.
yeah.
Um, so like I said, until you sit down with your popcorn and your soda and the movie starts, like who knows what you're gonna see or which is cool. That's exactly how I want it, people. I've said that a million times. It's like I get pissed off. Like I miss the
Well,
'80s,
I'm
like
just
when
happy that we
there was
get
no internet.
Dupender to come back.
What's that?
Dupender came back. I'm glad about that
Yeah.
because all right, I'm breaking my little rule. I like the no spoilers. I'm looking at the cast on IMDb. Jennifer Gardner is back as Elektra,
Yeah.
and here's something we didn't see in the preview. Cable is in the movie. Josh Brolin's in it.
You don't know though. I mean, just because it's on IMDb, because I can't tell you how
True.
many times I've seen people listed on IMDb, and then the director gets back to me. He's like, "That person's not in the movie anymore." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So they might just like, who knows? They might just be doing that stuff to like fuck with people.
Well,
And
yeah, like I stated with the Deadpool 2 trailer, they filmed X-Force being nothing but badasses. Oh, like if you actually click on the links, it's like, oh, Cable rumored, Patrick Swayze rumored. I'm like, I would just love to see Deadpool and Professor Xavier together and just see how that goes.
true, very true, very true.
Because he might just go, oh shit, it's not McAvoy or
Yeah,
something like that.
right. I know. And then here's the new posters, which I'm loving. I need to hang
Hmm
these on my wall. I want to get both of them and just like all
I,
three.
I I like the Deadpool one better, and that one makes me laugh. That one makes me a little like that one. I think is awesome.
That's cool. I like that one. What's wrong with that one?
That just not my scent, like my taste there.
Wow, look at you being harsh. Wow, man.
Well, no. It's
Damn.
and nothing about the image. I'm just like I like the other one. It kind of gives you a little like, oh, he's in it. It's a little mysterious and more of a X-Men and X-Force and stuff like that.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. That's total X. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but no, I'm totally getting it. I'm hanging those bad boys on my wall. And then we were talking before we went on the air, and I have like this is like the one I'm so excited for this movie because this is the one movie that I have shit all over the place for. Like I have 8,000 Deadpool and Wolverine. I have the comic book, the issue number 1 of the new line that just came out, and then I started collecting the Wolverine um Sabretooth War, which is the bloodiest Wolverine story ever told. So I've been
nice.
collecting those. I missed a couple issues though. I got pissed off. I was like, damn it, because I had my surgery and I missed out on stuff. And then it's like I go to my comic book shop, right? and they give free stuff away. Like these are called Marvel must-haves. Like these, where's my?
Oh
There
yeah,
we
I've seen them.
Yeah, they're issues of comics. There's 3 issues of a comic book in these, and these ones
Mm-hmm.
both have Deadpool. Deadpool's with the Uncanny Avengers in this one. I haven't read it yet, and this one has him going going head to head with Spider-Man. And these were free.
I was gonna say, well, I showed you this
These
off
are 3 comics.
camera,
This is like
but
15
so
bucks. 15 bucks,
yep.
and it's free. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and you drew that. Um,
Yeah, it's like a little hand drawing. Yeah, at the time I was like, you know what would Deadpool say? And I just said screw it and go, who's your daddy? And you went, who's your uncle? I would have been like,
I
oh,
did. I was like, that would have
uh,
been better. I mean, well, do some whiteout, and then just put uncle.
I've been playing with the idea of possibly doing another one, just a bigger blow up of it.
Oh, there you go.
So,
Yeah. Well, you're welcome. I will take my I would take my money when you sell it. Just a little chunk, just a little bit, just a little bit. So, I mean, anything else that I mean, there's nothing really. I mean, aside from Ant-Man and his body,
well, I did see that they were saying like the Russian from the Punisher isn't supposed to be in it, and he's rumored
the
or
Russian from the
rumored.
Punisher,
Yeah.
Thomas Jane's
Well, you know
Punisher,
how they,
Kevin
yeah,
Nash.
you know how, no, not Kevin Nash, different actor playing the Russian.
Oh, don't do that.
Uh,
Then no, don't do that. Don't do
that
that.
would be awesome seeing Kevin Nash as the Russian again. That,
Yeah, I
uh,
mean, if you're gonna do that, do it right. I mean, don't.
I've seen some of the movies he's done. He's got that sense of humor. He's not afraid to poke fun of himself.
Mhm.
I think the oddest movie I saw him in was when he's a full grown man whose wife just died. His daughter comes in to visit him, and she's hearing noises in the back, and she's like, "Do you have another woman here?" No, no. And Kevin Nash is like, "This is my boyfriend, and it's you know, 5'5" Filipino guy."
Yeah,
And they're like, "What?" So, he's not afraid to make fun of himself at all. Um, it's like I love seeing Kevin Nash pop up and stuff.
true.
Dead or Alive, DOA, or the classic one that nobody knew it was him for the longest time, Super Shredder.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. But that'd be the Russian from the Punisher. Let's just get everything. Let's just put like from
hmm
every past Marvel, even like before Marvel Studios came out. It's like let's get Ray Park, as Toad. Let's put him back. Let's get him in there. It's like
well, he might be willing to do it. I think if he's
oh,
making fun of himself, I think he'd be willing to do it.
absolutely in big time. And if not, we have this.
Yes,
What's
that
not to
it.
love? What's not to
Yeah.
And here she is. There's Nova. There. Here's the thing. I redid my article, but it didn't save, and because I had put in a thing about her, and it didn't save. So WordPress fucked me on that one. So I'll have to redo it when
So
I hang up.
yeah, actress's name is Emma Corrin,
Yes, she's on The
and
Crown. Her big namesake of what she's done is The Crown, which I have not seen. I have no idea.
I
So
I'm scrolling through her IMDb, and I'm like,
you've seen nothing
she
that
did
she's in.
a Pennyworth. She did the Pennyworth TV show.
I didn't see the Pennyworth TV show either.
Yeah, that I was gonna say that's probably the only thing I'd want. That
I'll make
is
this
cool.
photo.
That
That is
whole
badass,
sequence.
right? That right there, I just like that. That's a badass sequence. It's like that has to be
Yeah,
me.
I
Please put that
liked
in
them
me.
standing next to each other. I was like, that is fucking cool. That's the hero pose of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's the money shot right there, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Um, well, here you go. And if it's not in the movie, there you go. We'll always
Yeah,
get
well,
Carl Weathers in there,
Kevin
or
Feige's
even
good at
better,
showing what. Yeah, get him
let's
in the
get him
movie
in
too.
it.
We need a.
Put John
Yep.
in it. Let's get
Yep.
John. Like that'd be a surprise because we all know he's in Daredevil Born Again. But like here, it's like, oh my god, he's in there. I can dream.
I could just see him looking at them, going, and walking off.
Yeah. But could you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get some of that going. Like,
Get him doing that to both of them, and they're gonna both be like, "What the hell are you doing, man? Come on!" Oh
right?
wait, Ha ha, fucking with you.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah,
well, there you go. There's our
but
trailer
I am
reaction.
excited for this movie. I am looking forward to it. I gotta double check my calendar. It might be on a weekend where I have my kids. It might not. So I'm like, I will
Oh, I
probably.
know. That's it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I do the week on, week off thing too. And I was complaining how, like, I mean, my daughter, she's here, but it's like, I can't see Boy Kills World until, did you see this, by the way?
Uh,
I put this on my website today. Do you see that?
Avengers versus Alien. That might be cool.
Here's the first issue, what it looks like. The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, future versions. This takes place in the future, and they're grittier, versions of their former selves, like from the current Marvel line of comics that are out, and they fight the Xenomorphs. This comes out in July. I'm all for it. And they did Wolverine versus Predator, which is at my comic book store, but I didn't buy it because it's $20. It's it's the collection of the limited
Okay.
series Wolverine
It's
versus
the
Predator.
it's the trades. It's the trades of it. Yeah.
Yes. So I was like, damn it. I'm like, I need
You,
to.
you know, we need actually is the Punisher versus Predator. I
Yeah.
think that would be an ultimate story.
But yeah. So Entertainment Weekly announced this, and it's coming out in July. Yeah, older and grittier than the versions we are used to seeing now, but maybe a little. I said maybe a little more attitude is exactly what they'll need to take. But here's the thing: this is kind of cool. Like, let me get to it. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. They're called the Brood. Like they call them the Brood, the Xenomorphs. They call them the Brood, and they're not exactly the same Xenomorphs, but evidently
Hmm.
they've gone up against the X-Men and have even teamed up with the X-Men. So
Oh wow.
that's interesting. But yeah, but DC did it already, where Superman and Batman both took on the Xenomorphs over at DC.
You know,
Uh,
they've done
but you
all
knew this was
sorts of stuff.
happening. You knew this was happening because Disney owns everything, so it's like, why
Well, I
not?
remember from the late 90s, Alien versus Predator versus the Terminator.
Oh yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I remember that. I had like one issue of that, and it was a sequel from Alien Resurrection, and alternate timeline happened where Skynet set a Terminator back in time to try to prevent things, but it just learned and adapted and created hybrids of Terminators and Xenomorphs. And, you know, seeing one of those thrash a Predator, just brutalize him, uh, I thought that was cool. But, I was living overseas at the time, and certain comics were kind of hard to find at times. Uh, I had to wait, certain things. Yeah, it'd come out once a month, but if it wasn't like X-Men or Justice League or something big and popular,
Right.
sometimes it was kind of hard to find. I didn't have the luxury of going to my local comic book shop, because if I would have found a comic book shop, it would have been in German.
Oh, yeah. There's an issue.
So, yep.
How long were you in Germany?
97 to 2001.
Wow, so you were there for a good chunk of change. All right.
Yeah, for 4 years. And thankfully we moved back June 2001 because, just a few months later, 9/11 happened. So,
Mm,
yeah.
true. Oh yeah,
So yeah, that we lucked out there.
big time. All right. Well, that's pretty much anything. That's the only two things I've done today is the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine and the aliens taking on the Avengers. Not. I mean, I guess I could browse as I'm talking and see what's going on here. See if any, because all these other. Uh, nope, not really. James Gunn
But
confirms
yeah, it's like
Superman star David Cornsweet audition for Adam Warlock. Oh, okay. Whoopie doo.
okay.
Zack
So
Snyder
yeah, I'm
says
just
Rebel Moon 2 borrowed a scene from Justice League 2. Okay. I get like
okay.
or like that's how you know these bigger websites, like they need to publish like 8,000 things a day, I guess, and like let's just
Yeah, yeah.
let's just publish anything. It's like we'll just publish. Yeah, there ain't nothing going on right now. We're not missing anything right now so it's like there's no breaking news, anybody. I'm so sorry. It's like it already happened this morning, and that's pretty much it for
I
today.
was
Who
gonna
knows
say
what tomorrow may bring?
breaking news is Deadpool and Wolverine looks fucking awesome. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
So,
we already knew that. I mean,
but
now
still,
we even know we know it even more. It's like, oh god. I mean, this movie needs to be like 4 hours long because I'm not gonna want it to end. I'm like, it's like, oh, it's over. Shit. I
no,
want it.
no, that's what the Zack Snyder cut of the movie will get. Zack Snyder will just come in and say, "Fuck it," he'll make his own version of
Oh
it.
yeah, we'll do exactly. But what sucks also is like Hugh Jackman. He's not like he came back to do Wolverine, but he's not gonna continue like.
Well, I read something on Facebook. They were saying that, Hugh Jackman is 54 years old.
Yeah,
He's been playing
which is fine.
Wolverine.
But he says
Oh
it
yeah,
kills
no,
him. The workout to get in shape for Wolverine kills him, and
well,
he's getting
he
older.
started.
It's like
I
it's
was gonna say he started making these movies when he was like 30, 31.
and look at his
So,
arms.
oh,
I mean,
dude's he's in better shape now at 54 years old than when he did Logan and the Wolverine. When
yeah. I mean,
all the
he's
movies where he's like, you could see him working out and everything, and just eating like nothing but salad. He looks better shape now than he did back then. Shit, like he looks better now than he did 10 years ago when
like
the Wolverine came out.
look at the veins
He,
popping on his bicep.
God damn, yeah. That I'm just like, look at that. I hate to see him like leave as Wolverine because, you know, that's an iconic look.
Hmm.
And hearing who they're like, oh, let's get Henry Cavill, let's get Tom Hardy, let people even joking around saying Daniel Radcliffe. I'm like, or Taron
Taron
Edgerton. I
Egerton,
think
yeah,
no,
yeah, Taron Egerton from the
yep,
Kingsman, yeah.
yeah. They're saying let's get them to be Wolverine. I'm like, Hugh Jackman. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not sorry. He's made it that role made his career, and he still makes the role.
True.
I don't
But
think
if anybody had to
anybody.
replace him, and if this is true, I would totally take Henry Cavill as Wolverine in the MCU.
That'd be nice. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. I could see Henry Cavill doing it, but I think they'd probably say somebody younger
But
so
here's
he
the
could
thing.
stay with the role.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, it's not like he's not that old. I mean, and he's got a. I actually like not nothing against Hugh Jackman, but actually Cavill is more stockier. Like he's got more of that Wolverine build.
Hmm.
He's more like,
Well, I
you
was gonna
know, it's
say
like
Cavill's just like a year or two older than I am, so he's in his 40s.
he's a baby. That's baby.
True.
You're a baby. You're a baby. I'm like, I wish I was 40. I wish I was 40 years old. I got told today I don't have a bicep in my left arm. It's like, when you start hearing stuff like that, it's like, because when they operated on me, it's like,
I
it's,
I blame the surgery on that, my friend. That's the
yeah,
surgery, not you.
yeah. So, I mean, I feel it. There's something there. I mean, I don't know what like,
There's
it's
you
like,
just have to wake it up. You gotta like get that X-Men healing factor, get the Wolverine and Deadpool healing
oh
factor.
god, she started moving it on the table like I was laying down, and I was just like, please stop. And she wasn't even like I told you before. I was like, she wasn't even doing it like that hard. She wasn't even moving it that much, and I'm like, stop, please stop. But here's what she told me. She's like, oh, for the next month, we're not going to be doing much. This is it. I'm like, oh.
Oh,
And then once a month goes by, then she's like, then we actually start doing more. I'm like, oh, so for a month of me going to physical therapy, this is. I'm like, I just want to cry. I just want to be like, you know what, son of a bitch. That's my life. Well, what are you gonna do? But it's okay because Wolverine, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Oh, we got a comment.
oh,
Holy cow, Tan is here, and boy, did he write a book. Okay, well, let's put this on here. Here we go. It still blows my mind that Kevin Feige and his entire team at Marvel Studios can bring back Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Charlie Cox, John Bertha, and Vincent D'Onofrio in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Amen. The old regime of Warner Brothers, on the other hand, couldn't even bring Henry Cavill back for another Superman movie, or when the DC Extended Universe was still. Yeah, that's because they totally screwed the pooch. They tried to do what
They
Marvel
is.
did, but they tried to rush it. They didn't want to do like
Yep.
Marvel was smart because first of all they did it first and they laid the groundwork throughout all those years in the single movies and building and building and building. And DC was like, we don't have time. And then they were like, let's make a Man of Steel, but then let's put Batman in the next one. But not just Batman. Let's put the whole Justice League in it and cameos and put all this other shit into it and just roll it up into a ball and throw it and see what happens.
Yeah, that's Marvel, the reason why their movies did better, in my opinion, is they took 4 years
Yes.
to do it when DC took 2 movies.
But listen, I still like the
hurt
DC movie. I like the DCU.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I still do. And I get shit for that because people come. That's not my Superman. That's not my Batman. It's like, shut up. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Because it's like it's like G.I. Joe. Like, I'm a fan of the movies. I'm sorry, I am, because there's different variations of G.I. Joe. And the variation in the first G.I. Joe was like G.I. Joe Sigma 6, if you want to think about it. Like,
Yep.
it was kind of like that vibe going on. And then with Retaliation, they went more into like the Marvel Comics G.I. Joe. You know, it's like, but everybody's like, oh, that's not my G.I. Joe. I'm like, well, which G.I. Joe is your G.I. Joe? There's like, how about the ones in 1968 where they were this tall and they were like Barbie dolls, you know, for men? And it's like, so, you know, you're in, once again, your argument is invalid. I don't, like I said, I'm a fanboy, but I'm a fanboy that doesn't mind change. If they change certain things, I'm okay with it, just as long as they don't make like Batman gay. No offense to gay people, I'm sorry, but it's like, I don't, it's like, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I just, you don't want that. It is like, you just want Batman to be Bruce Wayne, and and if he kills somebody, it's okay. I mean, it happens. I mean,
Well, you got to remember, the Tim Burton Batman, he killed people. Shit. One of the most famous scenes in Batman Returns is he puts a bomb on a dude and throws him into a basement, and it explodes.
He did. That's true. Yeah, yeah. So why are
So
they
people
bitching about
don't
Ben
bitch
Affleck's
about that.
Batman then?
Well, I think part of it was because it was Ben Affleck. There's the stigma of that.
Well, everybody got excited with Ben Affleck when they saw what he did as Batman. Like, they all got pissed off when he got hired, but then they
I
were like,
remember
"Oh,
when
like, you like Ben Affleck."
I remember reading when he got cast, people were like, "Oh God, Ben Affleck, he's gonna make But then it's one of those instances we have to see footage of it. We have to see it. People are
And
just
then we
judging
did,
it
and
off.
everybody was like, "Ooh, maybe I was wrong." And he killed
Exactly.
it. I mean,
Oh
not
yeah.
Joss Whedon's Justice League, because they totally turned him into a douchebag. But it's like, we fixed that. But
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? I mean, like I said, that's the great thing about fanboyism. It's like, or fanboy, fangirl. I mean,
Fandom.
yeah, fandom in general. Exactly. It's like, but again, it's like, I'm okay with changing things up a little bit, like, because Superman's been around since what, 1938? I forget the year.
Oh
that he came.
God.
Look it up. Look it up real quick. Look it up quick.
That's what I'm doing.
I mean, just think about it. Like, okay, so Superman's basically as old as my dad is. My dad was born in 1939. So when did Superman come out? I'm sorry, I don't have it at the top of my head. I'll probably get grief for it.
38.
Okay, so
April.
it's a year older than my dad is. God bless my dad. I love my dad, but he's ornery and he's old. But yeah, so it's like these characters have been around for a long time. It's like, if you just keep doing the same things over and over again, it's like,
yeah.
Well, so it's like,
I just looked it up. Superman's 38, Batman's 39, and
so Batman's the same age as my dad. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, give or take what month it was, but yeah. So there you go. I mean, like, it's been decades, and even Marvel, and Stan Lee were doing their thing in the 60s, so these things, these IPs have been around forever, and it's like,
they've been around forever, and they've constantly changed. Just constantly changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Like, like I said, like with G.I. Joe, it's like, I'm okay with it, and it's like, you know, and then like I remember when they were like, you know, when Snake Eyes GI Joe Origins came out, I'm like, he's there. I totally ripped the guy, you know, because he was like, Snake Eyes doesn't talk. I'm like, read the comics, asshole, because he's talking right now. If you read the new issues that are coming out, he's talking. So it's like if you're gonna come at me with an argument, make sure you know what the hell you're talking about. But anyways, that's my tangent for today. But yeah, like so it's like going back to what I was talking about before, I'd be totally down for Henry Cavill, but I just don't see it happening because like he's doing like he's doing Highlander and like how is he
Yeah.
gonna it depends like how things like intertwine like production wise and stuff like that. But
Well,
I
you gotta
would love
also
it.
think of it this way. Ryan Reynolds is doing Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're coming out with another show where or a season of his reality documentary show where he pops up in Welcome to Wrexham. When the hell did he have time to, pop up for his football team
Oh
over
well, you
there?
know
And
what? If he come on the show, Ryan, and we can ask you. It's like he's not
oh,
gonna do
that'd be great.
it. But
I
yeah,
think
really,
it would just
like
be I think it'd be us just laughing our asses off the entire time.
yeah, I'd be like Ryan, just make fun of me for an hour. So, just
Yeah,
like
yeah. I think both of us would welcomely go, just give us shit for the hour.
yeah, just
You
give a
don't have to
shit.
give us spoilers.
Yeah, call me names. Like I wish you could have been there. Like when I was at New York Comic Con, like when I talked about it yesterday when he made a surprise visit for Free Guy,
Uh,
and like he was just hysterical. And then like people would ask questions, and like if they were like dumb questions, he just called the people out. It was just like this is the funniest thing ever. I mean, he did it respectfully. Even like people, even the guy that he was talking to was laughing. But but that's what. Oh, let
that's
me
the
get
thing
back
is
to
like,
this. Hang on a second. I got to get um uh we'll keep talking here for a second, but I gotta bring up what I saw today on social media. Hang on a second. I should have had it
all
queued
right.
up already, but I totally forgot. So hang on a second. I'll get there eventually. Ryan Reynolds posted something on his Twitter or X or whatever the frick you want to call
I
it.
still
I
call
mean,
it Twitter, whatever.
I know, but it's like, is that X or is that 10? I know I'm confused.
Well, if
Uh,
you look at it's like I got it on my phone. Oh, yeah, now they just changed it to X. For the longest time it was Twitter. And if you like I can click on the voodoo icon. It still says Voodoo Fandango at home. But the app description is at home. And right now we're just a couple hours away from like Monkey Man being released on digital.
Yeah,
And
that's because it tanked at the box office, which is not surprising. I mean, I went to see it twice, um, and it's a hard movie to watch. It didn't find an audience, and I knew it wasn't going to find an audience, and it's a shame. But I mean, it's a good movie. It's a
it
hard movie to watch, but
some
I
movies,
just
it's hard for them to find audiences. And going back to Deadpool and Wolverine, I think there's a huge audience for it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
here's what right. He's like, I swear to Marvel Jesus, we did not plan this. Today, April 22nd, 1989, Madonna's Like a Prayer began a 6-week run on top of the Billboard album chart 80s on the same day. The Like a Prayer single began a 3-week run. He's like, I swear to Marvel Jesus, we did not plan this because it's in the movie, it's in the trailer. So it was just a happy coincidence that the trailer came out today. And
I
today marks the
don't think
anniversary
they
of it coming
I
out.
don't think he planned it. I don't
No,
think he planned it. I think Marvel was like, "Oh, we're gonna do this."
no, he says we did not plan this. He says, "I swear to Marvel Jesus, we did not plan this." I just started
Uh-huh.
laughing. It was the funniest thing ever. And hang in there,
Hang it in the
Doobie.
Louvre.
Yeah. And then I like when he showed like the ending,
Yeah.
of the full two when he shoots him in the head. And he just
Yep.
keeps shooting him. It's the best thing ever. He's like, "Hey, hey,"
I love you. Pop, 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 pop.
and it's just like, I gotta watch these movies again.
Yeah,
This makes me want to watch them again because
yeah. I've been after seeing the preview, I was debating watching them again. I was like, I'm like, but yeah. Or the scene where Ryan Reynolds is like, "This is gonna be the best movie ever."
Striker
And
finally
just
figured out how to
and
shut
you
you
see
up.
Yep.
Hey, it's me. Don't scratch.
That's
Just cleaning up the timelines. Look, eventually, you're going to hang up the claws, and it's going to make a lot of people very sad.
Huh?
But one day, your old pal Wade's going to ask you to get back in the saddle again. And when he does, say yes.
Oh, right.
Oh my god! Good times.
With that, I just have to say, poor Scott Adkins being, X-11 or
well, that was a
Weapon
stand-in.
11, and
That wasn't Scott. That was a stand-in that time because obviously they filmed it again, like years after, for Deadpool 2, because that was X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yep.
Which I liked again. A lot of people hate X-Men Origins Wolverine, but I liked it. I'm like, they took some liberties with stuff. Even Ryan Reynolds was in it, and they took liberties with the Deadpool character. Because he was Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but he was like the before.
I just
everybody hated
the
that.
whole
Yeah.
Like when that test footage for a Deadpool movie came, all those leaked onto the internet.
Yeah, that he did. Yeah.
Yeah, I just loved when people were like, "Did you do that?" You're damn right I did. I want this movie made.
And there's never been a better example of a person who was born to play a role than Ryan Reynolds playing Wade Wilson, Deadpool.
I just remember how they said Ben Affleck asked for a duplication of his Batman costume. They said $100,000, so he settled for a picture of it. Ryan Reynolds just packed up the Deadpool's suit in a bag and he walked off set with it. He was like, "Nope, fuck you guys, it's mine."
Like they couldn't even give him a family discount. $100,000, really? Wow, that's a dick move.
That's what they said was $100,000 for a replication of it, and he just settled for a picture of it. And Ryan Reynolds just walked off set with the damn Deadpool costume in his gym bag.
Mine, bitches.
Exactly. I'm like, that is perfect Ryan Reynolds Deadpool persona right there.
Jesus, that's
I remember seeing the first and the second one theatrically. I loved those movies. They are awesome. I'm looking forward to this. I was actually quite happy to hear that they were making a third one. I was like, what are they got to do now? And then like, oh, Wolverine's in it. Fuck yeah. So.
Yep. All right. Well, do we have anything else to talk about? Or is that,
not off the top of my head. That's gonna probably be like the hero picture people are gonna put on like fan made posters. Is that image right there? We get Wolverine and Deadpool and the background from Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah.
Get like the explosion happening and just seeing them.
True. Yes, very much, very much. But yeah, well there you go. Like I said, I was kind of browsing, trying to find. Oh, there's a Golden Girls article. Oh, no thanks.
It's a slow day when Golden Girls pops up.
Garfield the movie. My daughter's gonna want to see that.
So is mine. Yeah.
Oh, they have a new clip from Boy Kills World. Bill Skarsgård engages in a gunfight, which I'm not going to watch because why would I want to watch it? Because I want to go see the movie. I mean, I can wait.
Yep.
Like I said, it's like whatever. But that's how you know it's like it's a slow news day, which is fine. I mean, because I'm still recovering. My shoulder's still recovering from CinemaCon week. Oh my god, that was horrendous. That was just like every 5 minutes somebody was announcing something, and it was just like, What else is coming out this summer? There's the Deadpool and Wolverine. There's Twisters. There's
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys Ride or Die, June.
Yeah.
The Crows in August. So it's not. I guess it's not that bad. It could have been worse, because of the strike last year. But let's do that real quick.
It's part of the reason why The Rock came back to wrestling is because of the strike. He didn't have.
Well, then his movies have been tanking. And he's not bulletproof anymore when it comes to making movies. I'm sorry, it's just the way. I love The Rock. I mean, I'm a huge fan.
Oh
of
yeah, The Rock's awesome. I'm just trying to see like what else is coming out that looks interesting. I'm
Hang
like,
on. Where am I at? More to explore. Coming soon to theaters. Here we go. All right, let me get this. Hang on a second. Let me pop it up here
oh,
for
New
everybody.
Planet of the Apes.
I'm so not interested for that one. All right, so we got
Yep.
like this week we got Boy Kills World, of course, which I will see on Monday when I take my daughter to school. The Fall Guy. Okay, so yeah, you got the Fall Guy on May 3rd, which I'm super excited about. I'm so stoked for that one. I mean, every time I see the trailer, because I've seen the trailer a lot, because Regal shows it with every movie that I've seen so far. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is May 10th. Again, I'm no. I didn't. I didn't even know they were still making these. Because it's been a while.
This one was a bit of a surprise for me because I thought they were just done, and then a new Strangers movie. I was like,
And
okay,
now they rebooted The Strangers, and now it's a
yeah,
trilogy. I'm like, why? What was wrong with the first one? I don't know. Oh yeah, then we got Furiosa
Furiosa.
on May 24th. There's another one. It's okay, yeah. So I want to go see that one. Anything else? 1992. Okay, there's a Bad Boys is June 7th. Oh, Inside Out 2. My daughter will want to go see that one.
Yeah,
The
mine.
Watchers, that looks freaking. That's from M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I was just like, I saw the preview for it. I was like, okay. The
There's a
Bike
lot of
Riders
horror
was something
movies,
I
like
like.
because I went to see Abigail and they showed like 10 horror movie trailers. I'm like, damn, and they're all
Yep.
creepy looking. Like they're like all like, wow, these are like just atmospheric and Horizon, an American Saga with Kevin Costner. I want to see that one. I'm
That
all
looks
over Kevin
good.
Costner westerns. Yeah, super
Part of
excited.
me is kind of iffy on that because it's supposed to be a
Why?
2-part film, and and they're coming out, not too far from each other. Like
Right, so you
part
don't have to
one
wait a
comes out
long
in
time to see chapter 2. So what could be better than that? Now, Kill. This looks awesome. This is Indian. I mean, I don't know
that
how
looks
much of
cool.
a
I did see the trailer
I
for
don't know how
that.
much of a theatrical release it's going to get, but it's definitely going to hit streaming at some point. It's the most violent Indian movie ever made, and boy, if you watch the trailer, holy
Oh
cow!
god, yeah.
Wow! I'm like, damn! And there's no dance numbers. I joked about there's no dance numbers in this one.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yay! Maxine. That's another horror movie. That's the next one in Ty West. I haven't even seen the other ones, so I'm like,
I the first one was okay. I haven't seen the second one.
Twisters is July 19th. So Twisters is the week before Deadpool and Wolverine. So Twisters is going to make money on July 19th, and it's going to tank on July 26th.
Oh yeah,
once
because
Deadpool
of
and Wolverine comes out.
Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you see Trap with Josh Hartnett? That
Trap
looks
looked
good.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, where they set up a trap he takes his daughter to a. How'd you like your dad to be a serial killer though? I'm like that. Oh,
That'd be creepy.
And
then Borderlands comes out the same day as
Trap.
Trap.
And then Alien Romulus. I'm super excited for this one now. I was not when they first announced it, but now like they're saying like if you're a fan of Alien movies, you're gonna like this one. So and then here's Chapter 2 on August 16th, and then The Crow.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about The Crow.
The Crow is August 23rd. Craven the Hunter.
Craven
That's
the
right.
Hunter.
August 30th. That looks badass. That looks badass.
It looks awesome. My thing is, I'm like, it's been delayed so many times.
Who cares? I'm so excited for it.
Well, part of it makes me worry because, you got to remember Morbius was delayed.
Like but this looks so much better than Morbius.
This looks awesome. This looks, I'm liking how Marvel is now going, there's certain characters that have to be rated R. And
exactly.
they are making them rated R. Like Craven, this movie's supposed to be rated R.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm a fan of Craven from the comic books. Back in the 80s. Excuse me, I was all over it. And he got Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I think like most of the younger generation, I think my first experience with Craven was Spider-Man the animated series.
Oh, okay. So you saw him in the animated show? Yeah, I saw him in the comic book. I got
well, that was like also my first experience to Blade, and Blade's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
and, we're actually got to get the Rhino in this movie.
Yeah, But I mean, I remember when they first showed this trailer. It was the Red Band trailer, and it was
Oh yeah.
like that. Like, wow, he's getting mauled by a lion, and then it's like, I'm just watching. I'm sorry.
I like that,
I'm just
they got Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he's a good actor. He just needs like the right material, the right script to do what he can do.
Well, people say that he's
there's
got no charisma and he's like got no he doesn't have like attitude on screen. Like he's kind of a blank slate, which I kind of see. Like in Godzilla, he was kind of like, but I mean,
that
I
wasn't
get it.
his best role, but
No.
still, he did a decent job with what that he had. But then again, it's kind of hard to be a good actor when you have to compare yourself to Bryan Cranston and Ken Watanabe.
True.
So
Beetlejuice is September 6th.
that looked funny. I saw the preview
Speak
for
No
Speak
Evil.
No Evil.
Yeah, with James McAvoy. I saw the trailer yesterday with Abigail, and again, the trailer, it shows us like he's batshit crazy. So it's like there's no
It's
surprise
like
in
we
that.
don't need that in the trailer.
Transformers 1
looked funny.
That's a lot of people were complaining because there's a lot of comedy. I enjoyed it. I was like, this looks funny, and to see Optimus Prime and Megatron as friends, before they become enemies, that's kind of cool. And Bumblebee,
I love
funny.
seeing Bumblebee like being the goofball from like the old 80s cartoon.
Yeah,
Joker 2 looked kind of cool.
I am so not interested in Joker. I didn't really like the first one. No offense. I mean, I understand like he gave a great performance, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. I was like, like what do they want to do with this Joker? Like it's like it's not in the DCU universe, but they still had, Thomas Wayne, and it's like why?
It's an Elseworlds story is what they said. It's Elseworlds.
I know, but it's dumb. Sorry. I was
So
not interested. That's just my opinion. I mean, Venom: The Last Dance is October 25th.
That on that date, it'll probably make a lot more money than Terrifier 3 does.
I haven't seen any of those.
Honestly,
that clown is way too creepy. I'm like,
I'm a slasher film fan, and those make me cringe because of how bloody and disgusting they are.
I want to see Red One with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Chris Evans. That looks kind of cool. I mean, it's like an action Christmas movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Commander of Elf.
Yeah, like that looks kind of funny. Gladiator 2, November 22nd. Are you not entertained?
That one I'm just like kind of iffy on because I'm like, it's a sequel that comes out 24 years after. But then again, we had Top Gun Maverick last year that came out almost 40 years after the fact. So,
The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim.
Yep.
Oh, the Untitled Karate Kid movie comes out December 13th.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that looks cool. Like they're like combining like the movie Karate Kid, the reboot, with the original Karate Kid stuff. That looks kind of with another new Karate Kid. Hey, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, get excited. I'm not.
No, my kids. I was gonna say that might be
What's the Street
Alien
Avenger?
Wars. I'm like, that's
what is this? A girl loses her father to gang violence. Seeking revenge, she becomes a vigilante, fighting rival gangs while evading police, but reality proves unlike comic books. Interesting. Danny Trejo. Oh, and Robert Lasardo, the guy with all the tattoos on him. Okay, well, I have not heard about that movie. I'm going to have to do some research on that one. Now we're into next year. Captain America. February. Okay.
Yep.
You're not interested in that one, you said, though.
Well, there's parts of it I'm not interested in, but it's like one of those. I do reserve the right to change my mind because we haven't seen footage.
True. Well, there you go. Nothing else pretty much going on right there. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, okay. So I guess it's not that bad of a summer. There's it could have been worse, like I said. But it's like there's a lot of stuff to go watch. I mean, that's I think so now. Okay. I forgot about Craven. I'm like, because they delayed that. I'm like, oh yeah, Craven. I'm like, okay, I'll get
Well,
excited
yeah,
when it gets
it's like
closer.
I'm a bit concerned about that because there's been some movies I was excited to see, and they kept delaying it and delaying it and delaying it, and then when I finally watched it, I was really disappointed in the movie.
Hmm.
I can one right off the top of my head, what was it? American Renegades with
Oh,
Sullivan Stapleton. I I saw the preview for that when it originally came out. I was excited for it, but we didn't get the damn movie for like 2 years.
it's the tale of two movies, like American
Yeah,
Renegades. I was excited because Sullivan Stapleton, he did that was
exactly.
coming out at the same time he was doing Strike Back. I'm like, yes, and he's a Navy SEAL. And they showed the
Hmm.
trailer, and it was like this balls out action packed trailer, and it's all the beginning, and then there's no action at the end. It's like they ran out of money.
Exactly.
They ran out of money. It's like we spent all of our budget on the opening action sequence, so now it's just a heist movie, and they just steal money to help this or gold to help this town out, and there and not really a shot is fired. It's like, wow, that was disappointing. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly how you feel about that one. Well, it was just called Renegades at first, but then they put the American
yeah,
in there, 'cause
exactly.
we can't just call it Renegades because there's been a lot of movies named Renegades, so we have to put American Renegades because they're
Yeah,
American.
and
And
they
the guys that
still
they got
have
for the like, besides Sullivan Stapleton, the guys that they got to play the SEALs weren't like they didn't really strike. Like, it's all about casting. Like, you got to cast guys
I
that
think
like
that
like in Tears
the
of the
two
Sun with Bruce Willis. That's like
oh
my favorite
yeah,
Bruce Willis movie. Those guys look like SEALs. Those guys are you had Cole
yes,
Hauser and um
Johnny
Johnny
Messner.
Messner, and it's like, yeah, those guys look like SEALs. Like in American Renegades, like the one guy was goofy, and I'm like, no, 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 thank you.
They were like the trying to be the pretty boy version, in my opinion.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, the beginning was great, but then after that, the rest of the movie happened, and I was
Yeah,
just
there
like,
was only three recognizable actors from that movie that I saw.
J.K. Simmons was good in it, yelling at him when he was yelling at him.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons was one of them.
Yeah,
Sullivan Stapleton, and the girl, the lieutenant's love interest. I literally had just seen Blade Runner 2049, and then I saw American Renegades, and that girl's in both movies.
I did not know that. Well, thanks for the information. Like,
It's like I enjoyed the hell out of Blade Runner 2049. The only issue I'm gonna say with it is block out 3 hours because it's a 3 hour movie. It was a
well,
good
then they
movie.
could have put.
I
He could have. Dennis Villanueva could have put a little bit more action. Like when there was, it was great, but it was like 5 minutes ish, if that. It's like you could have put it in a little bit more.
you
I
know,
get it.
Denis Villeneuve is a good director. I enjoy his stuff.
He's hit or
He's a
miss.
storyteller.
That's why
He's
I
a
kind of.
storyteller that
Yeah. Okay. Well, be it the
and if it's
storyteller.
something
Just
that like
give me a
if it's
couple
one
more
of his
seconds.
passion projects, in my opinion, he's gonna do really well and put all of his focus on it. Like Dune Part 2, the action is great in it, but it tells a story.
Nope.
And some of the action actually tells part of that story. So
I could have just done a little bit more action. I mean, I liked it, Blade Runner 2040. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I was just like, but like, it was just like when the action that they did have, it was so good. It's like, oh, and then his fight with Dave Bautista. Oh, I was like,
okay,
that was too short. And I was just like, oh, damn it.
and I was quite surprised because I remember seeing previews for Guardians of the Galaxy going Batista. I've seen him in a couple movies. They weren't that great. And then seeing him in that and then progressively get better and hearing what he does is like he does an audition for a movie and then he calls his acting coach to get better.
Mm,
And I'm like, that just shows his dedication and he's become one of my favorite actors. So he
yeah,
does
he's good.
whenever does a movie, he's putting in 110%.
You can have big
Like,
muscles and be a good actor. It's like, this is just.
well, it was absolutely hilarious. Like he's funny too. I watch a movie with my kids all the time. My Spy on
They did
Amazon.
a sequel that's coming out soon. My Spy 2. I just
Really?
saw it on Prime Video. I don't have Prime Video right now, but I was like, oh,
Okay.
Okay, I totally, I might have known about it at one time, but then just forgot about it. But yeah, they
But yeah,
they
no,
did a
I
sequel.
still remember the line. He was like, "I'm a garbage man. I get rid of the waste." And when he sees kids are bored, he goes, "By garbage, I mean human garbage. I'm ex special forces and all this stuff." And he's showing off his muscles and his tattoos, and I'm like, I could see Batista actually doing that. He looks like one of those guys who'd be fun to sit there and just listen to stories with.
True, very true. All right, well there you go, baby. We got a trailer reaction to number 2 for Deadpool and Wolverine, and we are both super excited. We're wearing shirts. There's your
Oh, yeah.
dog. He's back. I see him right there. Woo, hey.
Yep, he's just being he's digging for his ball, which is literally right next to him.
Go get your ball. Go get your ball.
Oh, don't do that. He's like, wait, I heard it. He's like wagging his tail.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want.
So yeah,
I don't
you
get
could see him
excited.
right there.
It's okay. He's allowed
Yeah.
to. It's all right. Let him get excited.
Yeah.
Come on. Daddy's been busy, so that's like he just
Yeah,
wants to play with his ball.
No, yeah.
All right, so there you go. So we talked about Deadpool Wolverine. We talked about other things. We talked about upcoming movies and ones we forgot about, and now we're better informed and we remember stuff. And Shane told me that the same actress that's in American Renegades is in Blade Runner 2049, which I totally did not put together. But one, I've only seen American Renegades once, and I've only seen Blade Runner 2049 once, so that's probably why.
Yeah, she's the bad replicant, the one that
Oh, okay, yeah.
that
I got
you know kind of was trying to seduce Ryan Reynolds in the beginning, and then basically
You mean Ryan
spying on
Gosling?
him through
Wrong Ryan.
Ryan Gosling.
Wrong Ryan. It's okay.
sorry,
It's all right.
Ryan
We've been talking
Gosling.
about Ryan Reynolds. I understand, but this is Gosling. Yeah, we're talking Gosling. The more serious Ryan. I mean, he's funny
Yep.
too, but not as funny.
Oh,
But he
yeah,
doesn't
he
do
can
as
be,
much
yeah.
comedy as Ryan Reynolds does. But he looks funny as hell in fucking Fall Guy, man. I can't wait to see that one.
Oh yeah, but you got to remember, he was Hercules, so there's another important thing.
Young Hercules, yes, he was.
Yep.
Nobody remembers that. I do though. I remember young Hercules. So I was like, and Chris Conrad, who was in it too. He was Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and he died in the 1st 2 minutes. I remember getting pissed off because they killed Johnny Cage off. I was like, God damn it! All right, Shane. Is there anything else to add before we wrap this mother up?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, there you go. So, July 26th or 25th, I guess, was the Thursday before it'll come out. I hope they have a special screening that I can go to, and I am free.
Yeah,
and can go see it.
I'm
even
like
earlier.
looking at the calendar right now, going, okay.
They're not going to show it right now. They'll announce it like when it gets closer.
Oh no, like if I'm kid free that weekend.
Oh, if you're kid free. Oh, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go through again. Mark my weeks down.
That's why I'm looking at. I was gonna look at the calendar, see if I was kid free that weekend, so I could see it opening weekend.
Oh man, if it's coming out and I have my daughter and be like, okay, you're gonna go see this movie, Dad's gonna go see this movie, and then just wait for me.
Oh yeah. Just make sure her movie's longer.
Yeah, exactly. Or it starts afterwards. But
Yep.
all right, so there you go. I got nothing more to say after yesterday and today, unless something monumental happens tomorrow or the next day is coming up. There you go.
Yep.
We're just kicking it. All right. So, anything to plug before we hang up? Plug away.
This week I got a new episode of my podcast, the Action Nerd Dudes Being Dudes Talking About Movies, where you were so kind to be the guest on it. We talked the movie Beyond White Space from 2018. So yeah,
the colony.
That's basically it. Another thing I gotta say is a podcast that I was a guest on. They last week reviewed a movie we reviewed on this show, and did the first Center of the Ring with Roadhouse 2024. And some of the stuff that we complained about and we're like, oh God, why'd they do this? Or they happen to say the same thing.
Well, of course, because they're action fans. So it's like,
well, yeah, the funniest complaint was, on Conor McGregor in that movie. So
he wasn't He wasn't Jimmy Reno. Let me just say. I mean, no offense to Conor
Yeah.
McGregor, but he was like a caricature of a bad guy, crashing into trees.
You know,
And stuff.
I think if he wants to give acting a bit more of a try and actually puts more forth an effort of playing somebody
Go against his
other than
real life character.
yeah, like against himself, like his idea of his type, I think he might do decent. Get him in a fighting movie and uh so or superhero movie where he's trying to do fight because we got George St. Pierre and Captain America and I mean, it's like fighters can act. You've seen fighters act. And
Yeah, I didn't say that. Yeah.
then we've seen that don't. I can say a certain female fighter, and she might just come find me and beat the shit out of me. I'm not gonna say her name.
I think you're safe. I don't think she's safe.
Oh yeah,
I think you're safe.
I was gonna say yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's like wrestling fans might know her as she's a little rowdy, so.
Hilarious. All right. So until next time, or maybe I'll think of something else to do this week. Or like I tell everybody out there in La La Land, if you guys have any ideas or anything you want me to do, cover, say, do, shoot me a line. Except for Tan, God bless you, because he's the only one that does anything. I mean, nobody else.
I was gonna say yeah, and if Tan was watching it earlier, and it's like if you watched yesterday's episode, Tan, we answered a good chunk of your questions that you asked. So
I think I answered all of them. I went
okay.
right down the line and
Yeah,
answered every
our
single
only
one he sent me.
question was for him was is it Tan Eugene or Eugene
Tan.
So.
Yes. Can you let me
Eugene Tan.
know so
Okay.
I'm not saying it wrong?
Yeah.
Because on social media it's Tan Eugene, and we all
Yeah.
know Eugene is normally a first name. So
Mhm.
is it Eugene Tan? So that's all we're saying.
So yeah,
It's like
it's like we don't want to be disrespectful to you there, Tan.
no, of course not. No, I mean it's like call me Jerva John. It's like I mean, which I wouldn't care. I'm like if you want to switch my names up, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But there you go. All right, so Shane has his podcast coming out on Thursday, is it? Beyond White Space,
Yep.
where we talk about it and how it was okay. And, I knew nothing about it and finished watching it 10 minutes before we went on the air. But hey, you know what? That's what I do. I do my work.
Mm-hmm.
And then check out my site, ACTION-FLIX.com, action-flix.com, and Facebook, X, Instagram. We're all on there and we're just kicking it old school. I have a bunch of interviews out. Brent Foster, like I said, Eric Jacobus, I just put out last week. I did 2 last week. I'm trying to line some other ones up. We'll see what happens. One didn't pan out again. That's why I never announced him on the air, because it's like I had it set up and then I emailed him and then he never emailed me back. But he's been emailing me and I'm like, okay, but then he didn't email me back. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to bother him because he's traveling. So I was like, I'll shoot him an email like this week or maybe next week. So we'll see.
Yeah. Thinking about doing an interview for my podcast, but same thing is I know they're going to be busy, especially in the next week. There's a local wrestling event happening and this person's going to be there, and I'm like, I don't want to bother him before a big event, so maybe afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we're trying to do things here, and then like I said, if I think of anything during the course of the week, and like I said, I really, aside from the weekly intel, which I try to do towards the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday-ish, it's like I mean, it's just when I have the energy or my shoulder's not. I mean, well, my shoulder's always killing me, but I've just kind of made peace with it right now. Now I'm doing physical therapy, so now it even hurts even more. So tonight's sleeping suck. So hopefully, if I take some pills before I go to sleep. But I gotta get up and take my daughter to school because I have her this week, so I can't take good stuff. So I gotta take like Tylenol,
Melatonin, maybe.
I've never taken melatonin. No, thank you. All right, so we are your destination, your ultimate destination for everything action, your Action Fix. There you go. I got nothing more to say. That's Shane. He's the action nerd, and we're just here to say be nice until it's time to not be nice. And just treat others as you would want to be treated. The world sucks as it is. Let's just be kind to one another, and let's just talk action. Until then, everybody, see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.